We're going to reconvene this meeting of the Board of Canvassers at 09:30.
Bye.
Roll call,
Wow, of course you said so.
roll call,
Huh?
roll call. Roll
Oh.
call. You gonna do the roll call?
Oh, yeah. Do the roll call. Dieta, you here?
Here,
Bob Harris is here.
Okay, we have a quorum, so you can open.
Okay.
So when we left yesterday, we recessed it till this morning because we needed to get write-ins from the mail ballots that are up at the state. They have to send everybody the write-ins from those. We don't process mail
Yeah.
ballots at town. So Christine Miguel yesterday went up to the Board of Elections with our provisionals and other
things we
stuff that had to be
certified
turned
yesterday,
in.
yeah. Mhm.
The provisionals, you finished certifying them yesterday morning at 9:30. So Christine went up with them. She was there till after 4 o'clock because everyone had to be entered into our system for them to be able to count them up there. They count and open all provisionals and mail. So while she was there, I had her check into when are we going to get the write-ins from the mail ballots? Because our totals don't mean much if we don't have, we
Yeah.
can't proof our numbers
Mhm.
because we need the total. I think on Budget Committee, which seems to be the one with the most groupings of them,
Yeah.
there was 1,489 mail ballots. 1,489 write-ins.
Yeah,
So we've only proved up to about maybe 60, we've only proved up to about 1,200 and some, which means the rest of those votes are in the mail ballots. However, remember, a ballot could have multiple on it.
Yeah.
So a ballot could have 5 names on it. So it's not like that many different ballots needed, but so they're very bombarded with we had to bring all the provisionals up and everything to yesterday, and they have to make sure they're in our computers right. And I understand Wallach brought like 300 and 400 of them at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So they are busy. But I sent an email. She suggested I send an email if there's anything that we're really concerned about in the mail-in. Because usually,
yeah.
in
one
the
or two
write-ins,
dozen,
it
yeah.
usually doesn't have a big bearing on it.
Yeah.
But in the case of us with Budget Committee, it leaves 6 seats. So, and there are the word must have got out for write-in campaigns because there's groups of people. So we have yet to prove District 7 of emergency. That's only one district of emergency voting. She's working on proving that now. And I sent the email to Steve Taylor, so they were gonna try to get to him last night. I haven't got any email showing they did, or they're gonna try to get to him today. So we cannot certify anything with these write-ins
Yeah.
until we get it. I can tell you that there are 6 leading, but to be announcing names to me
Yeah,
makes no sense
No.
if in fact those mail ballots could alter any of these. I will say there's 6 over 100.
Yeah.
And the next number is 88 and 89.
You're all close here, though.
Right, but we need 6.
Yeah.
So the top 6 over that 100 mark. And the next one in line would be 89
Now that-
right now. But we're just guesswork
Yeah.
and we shouldn't be doing that. We should have the numbers.
But that Edwards is the same one that was on the Budget Committee before. He's not the.
No, this Edwards is John Edwards
P.
V. Or John Edwards.
Yeah.
The other person on the Budget Committee's name was J. Edwards.
J. Okay, so is
Okay.
this the John that I know that was on the
This
town
is John that
council?
was the
Yeah.
counselor.
Oh, okay.
That's John that was a counselor. So there are, and like I say, right now They're all very close. I would guess they were on the same campaign. And then we have two others close, but then it drops down into the 80s. So I don't know what mail ballots will do. And I don't know what District 7. So we're going to have to continue this meeting to certify those write-ins.
Yeah.
Which to me is not a grave concern because we got an email yesterday from Barbara Posa, director of the election up there. And he said that it went to all the communities, that the deadline, I believe, is 4 o'clock today. You have, if you want to recount, that's done up at the Board of Elections, not done through the local Board of Canvass. However, they said they can't do the recounts at the Board of Election. I guess they don't have the room now, so they're going to do it at the Pastore Youth Center in Cranston. I don't know the building, so, but they're going to have to do it there, and they're going to do it the week of November 16th. So they're going to schedule recounts next week. We haven't been informed yet that we have a recount, but they have till 4 o'clock, so I don't expect to be informed yet. Tomorrow's a holiday, so. And then the following week on the 23rd, which was when we were hoping to get, you know, people sworn in and all, they're going to be doing what is now a requirement for certification of the election, a risk audit the week of November 23rd. They've been doing that audit after the elections now. So they're going to be doing a risk audit that week. So he also says that
What
they
does
are,
that mean? What does that mean?
the state does an audit on the election to make sure everything's,
Yeah.
I guess,
And that's on
copacetic.
December, you said?
No,
So
November
then
the
they said
23rd.
they are scheduling a meeting for November 30th to certify the election. That's the state. And the Board of Canvass, so I text Bob back. I said, Bob, does that mean, I know what it means, of course. It means local elections can't get certified
Right,
before the
right.
state,
Yeah.
Right.
because they have parts of our election up there, the mail ballots, the provisionals. And he says, you are correct. You can't do anything till they do it. So the board cannot certify until, and their meetings are at 4 o'clock. So the board will not be able to certify by November 30th.
What day
You
is
might
that?
be able to do it. I think it's a
I got
Thursday,
it, I got
because they meet on Thursdays. I'm thinking it's a Thursday, Fietta.
it. Okay.
So we're gonna have to, we've got time to post it. We're gonna
Yeah.
have to plan a meeting.
No, the 30th, November the 30th
Yes,
is Monday.
is a Monday?
Mhm.
Okay, then that's when they're doing it, on the Monday. So we won't be able to do anything till at least December 1st. So we will post that as a separate meeting. I don't know if I'll be here by December 1st. I'll stay till November 30th, but that's another month, and that affects everything. But it doesn't mean anything. It'll be all prepared. I'm just thinking
Yeah,
out loud for that, okay?
Yeah.
So,
so you can't put anybody in office until after that anyway, right?
we can't swear anybody in
Swear in.
office till after that. I've got to call through to
Yeah.
the solicitor for something. But the charter stipulates that town council gets sworn in at the next regular scheduled meeting, which would mean it's going to be December 14th. If all these dates with the state, they sent it to us. I can't imagine how they could change it. So that's when I believe the council will be sworn in. Now, normally we swear everybody in at the same time. I don't know, the charter doesn't stipulate all elected officials, it stipulates the council. I don't know if the intent is for all or what. It's one of those things that we need to tweak in the charter. So I'm looking into that. So right now, all we can do is schedule a meeting to certify the write-ins And because they're going day to day, I don't want
Yeah,
to continue to tomorrow, because if we don't have it, we're sitting in the same situation. So why don't we, and perhaps it was raised last night at a council meeting that, you know, during the day, we always just have Bobby and Deetta, because there's things to sign during the day that we've got to get up to the Board of Election, especially after an election. But at night, when we do them at 5, which we've done plenty at, then usually Andrea and Paul go on.
Yeah.
So perhaps we better make it a 5.
but
That's
tell
up
him,
to you two. 'Cause
tell him why.
I said, because it was mentioned last night that we don't get our full board here when we're doing it during the day, but you can't avoid some day meetings,
No.
Bob. You've got to get
Yeah.
that stuff certified when it's got to be certified and up to the state.
That's right.
It took Christine left here at 11 o'clock. You know what time she got home? 6:45. If we hadn't have done those provisionals in the morning,
Mhm.
we wouldn't have made the state
Right,
on time.
Right.
Yeah.
As it is, she got up to the state. We were still entering them down here, but she had the ballots up there. It's just the formality of putting the name in and stuff
The
here.
whole country's slow right now.
We're just
We're just-
backlogged. When
yeah.
I can only get, as long as I get a quorum, you got a
Yeah.
meeting.
Well,
It's
you're
the
right.
best we can do. But I'm gonna suggest that you do the next one at night, just because everybody will be here we won't be certifying any election. And I don't even know that you can certify the write-ins, but we'll have all the write-ins tallied.
Well, I just assume instead of 5, 5:30, even 6. I think 5 is a stupid thing.
Whatever time you
What do you
want.
think, Bob?
It doesn't matter to me, but I don't have to feed Diane. You gotta feed one.
5 o'clock.
I don't care what time you
Yeah.
do it. The
Doesn't
others on here to voice, but I know Andrea gets here by 5:30 but she's on Zoom on the phone
Yeah.
coming here.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
So why
If we
don't
had
you
it a
do
little later,
6? All right, you want to
that
do
way
6
she could-
PM?
Yeah.
And what day? So we're continuing this meeting because we still don't have the write-ins, which is what we're
Well, how
here
do we
for.
know when we're going to continue it with that?
Well, you're going
in
to tell
mind?
me what date. you
No,
want.
but I mean that, how do we know that?
Well, we'll send out a message. It'll have to be
How about
Friday.
T-
I can't
To
do,
be determined.
no, because to continue, you need a date certain. Either Friday night, I don't think tomorrow's gonna get everything together.
don't
I
either.
just don't. You could do it Thursday. I won't be here, but I could get Christine to come.
The 13th, what are you doing on
Friday
Friday?
Friday the 13th.
Oh, brother.
Oh, that's Kansas stuff.
The Friday the 13th is fine with me. I think give ourselves a little bit more time so we don't have to keep doing
Because
this.
otherwise you've come in 3
Yeah,
times for the
right,
same purpose.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So if we could continue the meeting to 6 PM Friday the 13th,
Mhm.
I'll try to get the others, we'll send them out an email right now but you know, where you're kind of quarantined anyway. I mean, you're
Yeah.
kind of restricted what you can do anyway. If they at least get on by Zoom, they are considered present,
Mhm.
so. And if you can get on by Zoom and you want to get on by Zoom, that's up to you. I will be here with the laptop.
But we have to sign things.
Well, I don't
Maybe,
know how
maybe
you
not.
can certify the write-ins without the state certifying, because they handled the mail ballots. They're gonna send it to us. We can say, these are the tallies we have. But I would say we're gonna certify the election, and the election includes write-ins.
Yeah.
That's my thought process, but
But
Board
that's not
chairman.
the 13th. We won't have it then.
But you'll have the totals.
Yeah,
Okay.
You'll have the totals, and I think that's what's making people anxious.
yeah.
They're waiting for totals.
The winners
So-
are waiting to get in office. That's what
I mean,
it is.
this is public, but it's still, in my opinion, it remains unofficial until the state certifies the election. And then the Board of Canvass is going to certify the election. Write-ins are part of the election.
Yeah.
That will not be certified before December 1st,
Mhm.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
you guys can have your opinion and I'll follow it, but,
No,
write-ins are part of the election.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think because there's a built-up anxiety with people because of work campaigns, they want to know where they are on that. We could at least meet to say, this is where our totals are. They're all unofficial. We are not certifying anything. We're just letting you know this is the count. Therefore, you could continue it because it's not any change. Well, this says certification of ballots, but we are not certifying. Because when this was printed out, we didn't know how long the state was going to
Right.
take. So if it's going to be Friday, let's see, today's Tuesday. You could close this meeting and open it as a new meeting Friday if you wanted to.
And what's the advantage of that?
Well, you got 48 hours to post.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it if you didn't have 48 hours. And we
Okay.
kept saying this,
Yeah.
we'll have it, we'll have it, we'll have it. I don't want people dragging on like that. So maybe we could just adjourn this meeting
Yeah.
and we will post for Friday at 6 PM. And it will be just for discussion of unofficial
Totals,
write-in tallies.
just write-in?
Do you have anything else you want on it?
Well, we don't know about the provisionals or any of those yet either, do we?
Those are gonna get right on that election result thing. We don't have anything to do
Oh,
with that
okay.
now.
All right.
You approved or rejected everyone.
Uh-huh.
They went to the state with those reasonings, with that backup, everything went. And so they will, when they have finished tallying them, they'll put them on that election results, the Board of Election,
Mhm.
the result page. And if you hit that right link there where it says breakdown, you'll see votes, then you'll see mail ballots, then you'll see emergency voting, then you'll
Because
see
I tried to do
provisional.
that the other day. It's up on the right. It's a breakdown.
Yes, it's on the
Oh.
right-hand side. Once you get into Tiverton's and it's on there,
And that's
there's
in
a
the
little
You go to the Secretary of
rectangle
State.
box.
You go to the Secretary. of
No,
State.
I go to the Board of Election.
Oh, Board of Elections. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what was happening.
Well,
Okay.
I'll show you before you leave,
Okay, good.
okay?
They tried to do it. I went to.
And that'll show on there,
Yeah.
because that's all counted upstate, so that's,
Yeah, I know. I've seen all
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
and it'll start,
town.
when it'll show, I'll keep checking it to see.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they'll get all those in today. They have, gotta have thousands. Well, they certainly have hundreds. Christine said Warwick brought in like 300 or 400 at 2:00. So your bigger cities, we're gonna have a lot of provisionals. There were a lot of provisionals because of the fact that, and see, they didn't give us any more time to get this in the computers here. So we had to send Christine up as we were entering still in the computers. But they see everything and they prove it to us. But, there were a lot of people like we had that had a mail ballot, but didn't turn in the mail ballot, so they voted provisional, which as you had to check with the state, as long as the state never received the mail ballot
Mhm.
and mail ballot counts were over, then you could take that as a positive full ballot.
So her going up, I thought I was at a meeting. They said they were sending couriers to run those ballots back and forth.
Couriers ran the mail ballots back and forth. Provisionals don't come in till after election night's over. And
Okay.
they come to the Board of Canvas because we've got to look them
Right,
up,
yeah.
put the
Right.
backup. They registered on this date, but they still voted. What they should have done was come to the town hall, vote president, vice president only. But they were at a district, they wanted to vote, they vote provisional and whatever. So, because we had about 40 provisionals, I think.
Oh, that we did? Yeah. It was-
Yeah,
It was 9.
Yeah. 9 was the last day that we were uncertain about.
Right.
And then there was, I know one district had 14, one had
Mhm.
12, another one had
Yeah.
11 or so. So anyway, that's what we'll do. We'll contact for a meeting. And do you want anything else on the meeting?
No.
We'll
I don't
we'll do
know.
that lessons learned after the people have been.
I think
sworn
your
in.
lessons learned should have your new
Yeah.
clerk in on it.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
I will also join you if you let me in.
Yeah,
for anything.
It should be good.
Well, anybody
you
can
bring
go to an
snacks?
open meeting.
Will you bring
Yeah.
snacks?
I will not bring snacks. I'll be on Zoom.
Oh.
I'll be on Zoom. But no, I will
Yeah.
gladly join
Yeah.
that meeting when you have it and
Yeah.
voice whatever things I thought of, because obviously for the new clerk, it'll be a learning experience, but she won't have experienced
Right.
the issues. If you do it before then, if she sat in on it, would be fine too.
Yeah.
So if she just
Have you
zoomed
talked to
in.
her, Bob?
Huh? Yeah, she talked to me about an hour.
Oh, okay, good.
Now you happy?
She did come in for probate, so I think she may, maybe she
Okay.
agree to go on Zoom. I think it's a good learning thing to
Yeah.
go over what the issues were.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't have any other business here.
Okay.
So the long pole in the tent for us is the 13th at 6 o'clock. And then the rest of the stuff is undetermined until we know from the state. And that
Yeah.
can't be before the 30th of November.
Right.
Okay.
Even we can meet on the 13th, or you could just adjourn, but there are people that want to know this. This seems
Yeah.
to be the hot
Yeah,
race.
I think
Then
this,
on 13th, you
So-
don't know until December the 14th, it's swearing in, right?
no, she doesn't
There's
know.
no,
Possibility.
yes, I believe that's when,
Yeah.
that is when the council should be sworn in,
Right.
December 14th. Because if the state follows its schedule that it sent us,
Yeah.
they are saying they're going to certify on November 30th.
Yeah.
We can't do anything before
Right.
then.
Okay.
I make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
I'll second it. All those in favor?